The Detroit Zoological Society statement of purpose is celebrating and saving wildlife. This statement applies to efforts to save entire species as well as the lives of individual animals. Today we are going to focus on an individual polar bear named Bärle and the journey that brought her to the Detroit Zoo. Before we get into Bärle's story, let's look at a couple of terms that are a part of that story. First, what does it mean to be rescued? Rescued is defined as to be freed from confinement, danger, or difficulty. Second, what does environment mean? Environment is defined as the surrounding or condition in which a person, animal, or plant lives. These two words tell a significant part of the life of the polar bear named Bärle. You see, in the wild, polar bears live in an environment where there is pack ice, which is found in colder regions such as Canada, Russia, Greenland, Norway, or the state of Alaska here in the United States. Most polar bears are found living and roaming free in these areas. Let's get back to Bärle. For the first 17 years of her life, Bärle did not live in a good environment for polar bears. She was born in the wild in the province of Manitoba, Canada, but was captured as a cub and forced to live in a much warmer environment in the Caribbean islands, traveling and performing as part of a circus act. This was not a good environment for any polar bear. However, one day Bärle's luck changed. In 2002, the DZS rescued Bärle and brought her to live out the rest of her days in a newly constructed habitat at the Detroit Zoo called the Arctic Ring of Life. 2 years later, she gave birth to Tellini, who now lives at the Lincoln Park Zoo. To learn more about Bärle's life in her new environment, we interviewed Tom, a DZS animal care staff who helped care for her.
Hello, my name is Thomas Brown, and I'm here to talk a little bit about Bärle, one of the polar bears we've had here at the Detroit Zoo. Years ago, we participated as part of other zoos in a very important rescue of Bärle. She was a circus bear. She was forced to travel around in really hot, uncomfortable conditions, and the USDA saw fit to send her to a better place, and we ended up being that better place. She came to live here, and she actually did so well she had offspring here also, and she, we think, liked it at the time that she had here. So she lived out the last days of her life here at the Detroit Zoo very comfortably, I think. She really liked participating in training, and she really liked moving around inside where we had to do most of the training and most of the interaction. She didn't really struggle to go back and forth inside. She liked to be inside quite a bit. She was comfortable in the conditions that we had her for her here. So as one of the keepers that worked with her, she was very easy to work with. She didn't growl or get grumpy if the food wasn't coming fast enough. She really patiently waited on her treats, and she would of course use her sad eyes to make sure she got a few extra treats. So she knew how to work us just as much as we knew how to work with her. And one of my most exciting memories is when she actually gave birth to Tellini. I came in one morning and started looking in the den on the cameras and was very excited to see, just for a brief moment, she had actually given birth overnight.
Bärle passed away in 2012. However, she lives on in the memories of many members of our community and is an everlasting reminder of the DZS's commitment to saving wildlife, in part by rescuing individual animals in need.